Welcome, deep divers. Today we're jumping into something, well, really foundational. A huge moment from Genesis chapter 17.
That's right.
We're looking closely at verses 5 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission, really, is to unpack how God doesn't just, make a promise here. He completely redefines Abram's identity, maps out this incredible future, and brings in this physical sign, a sign that gets literally marked onto people.
It's quite something.
And we want to do this by really digging into the original Hebrew, see how those nuances can make these familiar stories feel, well, totally new. This is all about seeing the power of God's words in action.
Absolutely. And Genesis 17, especially this section, it's just incredibly rich if you want to grasp that covenant language.
Yeah.
It's not just reporting history. God's words here are doing
It's
something.
informing something.
Exactly. So by looking closely at the Hebrew words themselves, we get not just what happened, but the why these specific words, and the sheer weight they carry for everything that comes after. It really does make the familiar feel profound.
Okay, let's dive in then. Verse 5. God says, "No longer shall your name be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham, for I have made you the father of a multitude of nations." Now, on the surface, it's a name change. But names back then, they weren't just labels, were they? What's the real significance here? How would Abram even hear that?
Oh, it would have been monumental for him. You've really put your finger on it. This isn't like, getting a nickname. Abram. That's Canaan in Hebrew. It means exalted father, or maybe my father is exalted.
A good name. Sounds respectable.
A very respectable name. It reflects his status, his history. But then God steps in and adds just one letter, a single Hebrew letter that Canaan has high. And that changes Abram to Avraham. Just one letter makes that much difference.
A world of difference. It shifts the meaning to father of a multitude. And what's amazing is how the language itself kind of performs the change. It literally builds the new destiny into the name.
And many see this added hey hi as like a divine fingerprint. God slipping one of his own covenant letters right into Abram's name, marking his very identity. It's God saying, I'm not just telling you about your future, I'm weaving it into who you are.
So it's more than a new label. It's like an infusion, a new spiritual identity baked right in.
That's a great way to think about it, yes.
And this phrase, father of a multitude, you mentioned the Hebrew famon goyim. Our sources say that word hamon isn't exactly polite or quiet. It's dynamic.
Oh, absolutely. Hamon doesn't suggest a small, orderly group. Think bustling, think noisy, like a huge festival crowd, maybe a chaotic marketplace, or even like the sound of a large army. There's this vibrant, almost overwhelming energy to it.
So not just lots of descendants.
No, he's becoming the patriarch of massive, teeming, diverse peoples, an incredible throng of humanity stretching out before him. It's not just about quantity, it's the sheer presence, the impact, the sound of these future nations.
You can almost hear it in the word.
Exactly. The language anticipates it. It's a huge leap from exalted father of a family to father of this noisy multitude of nations. Global destiny packed into a name change.
That really shifts the perspective. Okay, so this new identity, sealed in his name, promises massive growth. And then God just keeps going in verse 6. I will make you exceedingly fruitful, and I will make you into nations, and kings shall come from you, exceedingly fruitful. That sounds almost, well, understated given the Hebrew.
It definitely is. The Hebrew uses this emphatic doubling. It's not just exceedingly. It's more like, I will make you fruitful very, very. Like super abundantly fruitful, off the charts.
Very, very.
And here's what's really profound. The root word for fruitful, para. It's the exact same root used back in Genesis 1.
You mean the creation command. Be fruitful and multiply.
Precisely. So this isn't just any blessing. It's a covenant blessing that deliberately echoes God's original creation command for all humanity. It's like God is hitting refresh on that blessing, but focusing it through Abraham and his line. It's cosmic. It's a new beginning.
Wow, okay. So like a creation restart, but now tied to this specific covenant promise. And then comes the kicker. Malachim, kings. Kings will come from him. That's not just nations, that's royalty, governance.
Exactly. This is explicitly royal language.
Yeah.
It elevates the promise beyond just demographics. We're talking about political structures, dynasties, leadership.
So this is looking ahead, way ahead.
Centuries ahead. It points directly towards figures like King David and his descendants, the whole monarchy in Israel. But even beyond that, theologically, it points towards a promised King of Kings, the Messiah. So this one word, Malachim, it shapes the entire future story of Israel, their rise, their fall, their hope for an ultimate righteous king. It turns Abraham's personal journey into this grand political and spiritual saga. Destiny, really.
A destiny for kingship woven right in. So with these huge gifts, this incredible future, what's the nature of the actual agreement? Verse 7 says, I will establish my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you, an everlasting covenant. What does everlasting really mean here?
Good question. The Hebrew is libritin jom, for an eternal covenant. Now, jom, it's one of those really expansive Hebrew words. It doesn't just mean forever, like ticking clocks. It's more like age-stretching, enduring, something that goes beyond the horizon of time as we perceive it.
So not temporary.
Not at all. It fundamentally defines the time frame of this relationship. It's boundless, perpetual, shaping every single generation to come. God's making an unwavering commitment that transcends time itself. It's meant to last for all ages.
And it feels intensely personal, too, not just legalistic. God says, "Liot laka lechim," to be God to you. That sounds incredibly intimate. What's the force of that?
That's the absolute core of it. You know, ancient covenants could just be political treaties, alliances. But this is different. Liot laki Elohim is God essentially saying, I am choosing to be yours, you belong to me. It's deeply relational.
An embrace, almost.
Yes, an embrace. God is pledging his divine presence, his protection, his provision specifically to Abraham and his descendants. I will be your God, you will be my people. It's about belonging.
Yeah.
That relationship is the foundation for everything else.
A relationship that defines them. Okay, and then verse 8 links this relationship to the land. I will give to you and to your seed the whole land of Canaan for an everlasting possession. What kind of possession is this? The Hebrew word is azuzah, right?
Yeah.
Is it his property?
Right. And it's much deeper than just owning real estate. Think inheritance, but even more, it's like inheritance that grips you. It's not just land you possess. It's heritage land that possesses you, defines your identity, connects you to your ancestors and your future.
So it's part of who you are.
Exactly. It's the place where this whole divine relationship is meant to be lived out generation after generation. It's the physical anchor for the covenant. And notice the repetition right there again. Wa'iti lahum lishim. I will be their God. It keeps tying it back. The land matters because of the relationship with God that happens there. Place and presence together.
Place and presence. I like that. So God gives this new name, this incredible fruitfulness, kingship, this eternal relational bond, and this heritage land. What's Abraham's part in all this? Verse 9 shifts to him. As for you, you shall keep my covenant. What does keep mean here? Is it passive?
No, definitely not passive.
Yeah.
It's very active. A real partnership. The Hebrew thata et beriti tirmor is better translated as you shall guard my covenant.
Guard it, like protect it.
Precisely. The verb shamar means to guard, watch over, keep vigilantly, preserve. Think of a sentry watching over something precious. It implies active, ongoing responsibility and commitment. Abraham and his line aren't just passive recipients. They are active stewards of this relationship. They have to uphold their end.
That makes sense. An eternal covenant needs constant guarding, which leads us straight into verse 10, the sign for this guarding. This is my covenant, which you shall keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. Okay, this is where it gets really visceral. A physical mark. Why something so permanent and bodily?
It is incredibly visceral, isn't it? The Hebrew himu lakem kol zakar. Every male among you shall be circumcised. This act becomes the sign of the covenant. Now remember back in chapter 15, God cut karat the covenant. It was a solemn ritual.
Right, with the animals.
Exactly. Now, Abraham's family carries that cut sign literally in their own flesh. It's physical, it's permanent, often painful, and utterly unforgettable. It physically distinguishes them.
A constant reminder.
A constant bodily reminder of who they are and who they belong to. Passed down generation after generation. It's a mark that couldn't be hidden or ignored, setting them apart. It's brilliant. In a way, the covenant isn't just words on a scroll somewhere. It's written on the body, lived in the family, generation after generation. Tangible.
Wow. You really can't get more tangible than that. So when we pull all these verses together, 5 through 10, what's the overall effect? What's the crescendo here?
The crescendo is immense. You see this incredible buildup. First, the name change. Avram becomes Avraham, embedding his destiny. Then, the promise of a Hamon Goyim, that noisy multitude. Followed by the promise of Melachim, kings, establishing a royal line. All of this is sealed within a Brit Milah, an eternal age-stretching covenant. And finally, it's marked by the Yusto, the unforgettable physical sign of circumcision cut into the flesh. Abraham literally goes to sleep as an exalted father and wakes up as the covenant father of nations. It's a total transformation, initiated and sealed by God's powerful word and sign.
A complete remaking of identity and destiny. It's incredible how much is packed into just these few verses when you look closely at the language. The renaming, the sheer scale of the promises, the intimacy of the relationship, and that unforgettable sign.
Mhm.
It really does change how you read it.
It really does. And maybe it leaves us with something to think about.
Yeah.
When we see how just one letter, one specific word, or one physical sign can so fundamentally reshape an identity and a future, it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Wonder what?
Well, it raises a question for all of us, perhaps. Where in your own life have you encountered a sign or a promise? Maybe not a divine command, but perhaps a defining moment, a commitment made, an unexpected turn that fundamentally shifted how you see yourself or what you feel called to do.
That's definitely something to chew on. A great thought to end with. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope exploring these layers helps you in your own journey of discovery. We'll catch you on the next one.